Welcome to the most awkward makeup tutorial ever shot. This is kind of a preview of what I came up with. Again, awkward. I kind of threw together a costume at the end. I just wanted to do a little intro just to say that I tried to use the products that I said that I was going to use. Most of them are very inexpensive, and you don't have to do everything that I did. I say that multiple times in the video. This will be very interesting to edit. Hopefully you enjoy. You'll kind of get the full effect when I try to throw a costume together. I don't have a top hat, which I wish I did, but I hope that you like it. Can't wait to see what you do. And yes, this is from me to you, and I'll probably never shoot again because this was absolutely crazy. So please enjoy. So I realize I look crazy at this point. I figured I'd kind of skip over this section of it. I know that you said you probably just wanted to do like your eyes and your lips. I kind of think that if you kind of wanted the full effect, that I would go for at least like a really pale foundation color, or this is a mix of a few things. I bought, this is probably like $4 or $5, LA Girl, which is just like a white foundation, and then I mix it with like a really pale other foundation, only because this doesn't really cover super well, but the combination together, you kind of get the coverage of foundation, but then like the obviously the paleness of like a white foundation. Genius. I figured I would just start there just so you could kind of get the full effect of if you wanted to go all out, and then I'll kind of walk you through the rest of it. Forgive me. Because it's gonna be super awkward. First off, oh, no. Massively unprepared. Sounds about right. So every time that I do eyeshadow colors, I always like to prime my eyelids with like a concealer or some type of primer on my eyelids. I usually do concealer because I'm lazy and I don't like to buy eyeshadow primers, which usually works fine for me. So it doesn't really matter what type of concealer you use. Some of my favorite concealers, this one is like $7, I think. It's Maybelline Master Conceal. This one's in Fair. Fit Me concealers are good. I think these are like $8 or $9. Anyway, so if you're not doing this whole entire step, I just put this all over my face, and then I did a light powder of just a translucent powder over my face. Just to set my eyes a little bit before I put any color on them, I'm just gonna go in with like this shade right here. Oh my god. This shade on the bottom here to just powder my eyes before I put anything else on there. So I'll just do that quick. It prevents like your eyeshadow color from creasing and stuff, which is nice. It also helps your eyeshadows to stick a little bit better, and blending later on is a lot easier. I obviously did not go to school for this or have any training in this, so I mean, take what I say with a grain of salt. This is just what works for me. So the NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow palette. It has pretty much all the colors that you would need in here, and I think this is like $15. The color payoff is actually pretty good for being like a drugstore brand, so it wouldn't be like a waste as long as you're willing to live on the wild side a little bit every once in a while with some colors. Alright, so I think I'm going to go in just with a fluffy brush to start off with. So this is just, I don't even know what this, oh, B&H Cosmetics. Not sure if you've ever heard of it. Their stuff is pretty inexpensive. I buy all this stuff online. Or Amazon has a lot of like relatively inexpensive brush kits. I mean, use what you can, but just something like a fluffy brush. I also have a few of these from Wet n Wild, which these are literally like $1. So I have a ton of these. So those are easy to buy too. So I think I'm gonna go in. I mean, the thing about this look too, just keep in mind, is that it's already messy because he's crazy, so that's good. It doesn't have to be like perfect. So just for the sake of having fun with some colors, I'm gonna go in with like this lighter purple here, and we're just gonna kind of, let me zoom in just a little bit, get real awkward. My eyes are bloodshot because they always are, because I'm always looking at a computer screen, because nursing is awesome. So we're just gonna start blending that in like the crease here. Like I said, these are super pigmented, and I just kind of like to do windshield wiper motions with kind of like small circles going back and forth. I like to kind of bring this in the crease and then slowly work my way up. Maybe I should just use the viewfinder so you can actually see what I'm doing, and I know that I'm not out of focus. Oh god. This is going so well. So just kind of blend until it doesn't look like crap, basically. And again, it doesn't, I mean, or you could just blend until it does, because, you know, it doesn't really matter. This is messy looking anyway. So now I think I'm gonna just take this like darker shade here and maybe do a little bit out here and then just kind of work it in. I think I'll use a packer brush first. I'm gonna go in with, this is just like a little elf like packer brush smudger thing. Probably just a few bucks too. And then I'm gonna take this darker purple and just kind of go all over the lid with that. I think I'm just gonna use the same smudger brush because I like this one for like under the lash line and the bottom lashes. So first I think I'm gonna go, actually I think I'm just gonna use this like really bright, this bright pink one. We'll just smudge that all over. Kind of be messy with it because this just kind of encompasses this whole entire like eyeball, and kind of just bring it out onto like just where you can kind of like feel the orbit of your eye and kind of work it your way, like where you're you can start feeling like your cheekbone right here, because he has definitely a bold look going on. Wow, again, sorry, this whole being in the frame thing is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so that's kind of what we have right now. I have some of these chubby, I keep thinking they're called chubby pencils. Maybe they're not called chubby pencils. Jumbo eye pencils. This is a NYX jumbo eye pencil, which I'm just gonna color in my waterline. There we go. So there, he does have a little bit of eyeliner on. It's really messy. I think I'm actually just gonna try this because I just sharpened this, so this might actually work. I'm just gonna kind of tug at my eye a little bit, which you're really not supposed to do. But just to get it taut enough to like make a smudgy line. So I'm not poking myself in the eye. Alright. Again, messy line, and I think I'm actually gonna take, I'll try to just use this, well, yeah, I'll try to just use this brush again. I'm just kind of, you can wipe it off on like a Scott towel or something. I just have one of these like little quick change wheels. I think this is from B&H Cosmetics too. Just has like a little foam thing in here, and I just like change, when I change colors I can just wipe it off. And maybe just like smudge it out a teeny bit. This kind of looks similar, just like with being like faint anyway. I think I'm kind of happy we did just the crayon instead of the actual like, because this is actually pretty white. You'll get like a defined line with this. So yeah, that is kind of how it looks. This is messy anyway. I'm gonna do this blue first, and then we'll go into this one. So I'll start with this guy. Again, I'm just gonna get my color off that brush, tap into that awesome blue here, try to stay in frame for you. Starting the same way, just kind of go back and forth like windshield wiper motions in your crease. And again, just kind of going back and forth, and oh my god, going out of frame. Awesome. Back and forth, and then I kind of like do like little circles like up and across back to like the corner of my eye, just to kind of bring it up a little bit more. Kind of just bring it up as far as we brought the other color, you know, which is a little bit higher, so we'll kind of go up a little bit more. And again, just blending until, you know, again, you don't have, this is probably one of the, if you're not good at eyeshadow or anything related to makeup, which I'm not saying you that you're not good. I'm just saying this would probably be such a great one to start with, because his looks messy and wacky for a reason. So I think I'm just gonna go in with this one, our little Packer eyeshadow smudger brush, whatever this one is called, and go in with that more oceany blue color, I guess. And we're just gonna pack that all over the lid. I'm gonna first go in, I think with this like orangey color here. And then we'll go in with the red. Is that a red or pink? Actually, I lied. We're gonna go in this orangey color and then we're gonna go to this red. And just doing kind of the same thing before. Just kind of like smudging it out your lower lash line and just kind of bringing it down. So now we're gonna go in with that red. And I'm gonna try to keep that so we don't totally lose the orange, because it does kind of look like there is two shades in the pictures that I saw. Try to just keep that like closer to your waterline a little bit. I'm gonna put this in my waterline again on the other eye here. And then I'm just gonna add that smudgy line right above your upper lash line. So cute. Alright, just gonna take this brush again and just kind of smudge out our line a little bit. So now I'm gonna add some of those weird little like messy eyelashes he has underneath his eyes, which again don't have to be perfect because they actually look really messy and weird. Okay, this is, I'm just taking this Wet n Wild that I mentioned earlier that we were gonna use but didn't use. Okay, so kind of like that. I'm actually just gonna wipe off because I got some on my lashes, but just not like to take away from what we actually painted on. And it's just kind of messy. I kind of find it easier to paint upward, as you kind of saw me do. I tried to go down first, but I don't know, I always try to do it. It's easier for me to paint upward because I feel like I tend to like get caught when I go down this way, like, and I don't make straight lines. So cute. So the other thing that I think is an important aspect about his character is his eyebrows. I have a few of these, which you don't necessarily need, these Mehron like Paradise palettes, which are body and, this is super messy, body and face paints. You don't have to buy this. You could have acrylic paint, just a random little paintbrush. And I think I'm just gonna try to mix these two, like orange and brown colors together. And I think I'm just gonna start painting my actual brows, and I'm just gonna add some like big wisps in the front here. Please stop! Great, Dexter, great. Another thing that I was gonna do, you don't have to, but like pink contouring on his cheeks and like around his nose and stuff, that I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. Do you like my eyebrows?
Yes, queen!
Yes, girl! Yes!
Yes, queen!
So there's really not much left. It's pretty much just the lips. So I have like 6 colors in front of me. But I kind of found these two that were like the closest. So this is a ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade First Base. I think I'm just going to use this because I haven't actually even opened this yet. This is just the Sephora Gel Gloss Ultra Brilliant Ultra Shine Lip Gel in the color Pinup Pink. It pretty much just looks like it's on his lips. There's no like overlining. He doesn't have a weird shape to his lips or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of put it on like regular lipstick. Has a very like defined like Cupid's bow shape. I would kind of go for that. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. Let's just see. Let's do a little in the middle. Center of the lips a little bit. I kind of look more like the jigsaw toy now. Alright, well that is that. Hopefully you enjoyed this. This is as close as I could get to an actual costume. I don't have a top hat, which I wish I did. That would kind of like complete the look, but I'm sure you'll look awesome. If you end up doing it, send me pictures or I'll see them on Facebook or whatever. I'm excited to see how you create it, and hopefully I can throw this together in a way that makes sense to you. I apologize because it was kind of a hot mess, but hopefully it works out. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what you do, and I'll talk to you later.